Hello, welcome back to the channel. Let me tell you something. Life has been lifing today, but we're not going to worry about it. We're going to give time for people to come in. I have a lot on my desk, so we have a lot that we're going to dive into on the desk today in the studio. I hope by the time you're getting this, if you're on the replay, if you happen to be getting this video and you have not subscribed to the channel, please take the time to hit that subscribe button and that bell notification. Much appreciated. And do engage us on the replay and let us know how things work out for you on replay, because I know if you missed the live, it's okay. Hey guys, what's up? What's up? I got a lot going on. Listen, I needed to put a question. Let's see if I can put that. Oh, I guess I need to for me. Um, Okay, where's the landing? Where's my... Not now. I don't want to update right now. Not this very moment. I was trying to put it in the thing. Oh, well, no worries. See, we're not going to even stress over it. We're not going to stress over it. Let's just go back. How are you guys doing? Thank you for joining me. Today, I have some energy. I have a whole lot going on. I got chocolate. The weather is great. I have on short sleeves. I was almost going to put on some shorts because the weather right now is, I went to Hobby Lobby, and so the weather is like 71, 72 degrees. To think, last year this time we were getting snow, 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 snow. And we got 6 to 7 inches, 6 to 8 inches in some places. Here on the ranch, when I measured it in the cup for it to get, when it came down, it was 7 inches. So that was a lot of snow. And then today it's 70 something degrees. This is why people be getting sick. Life has been lifing for sure. Yes, yes. Barb, I'm so happy to see you. Oh, I do need to get the little journal. What did I do with it? Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let me think about it. Let me think about it. They're somewhere looking at me because I said I was going to have them for today. Um, Whale. Are you under there? Are you under there? That's where they are. I knew they were close. Because y'all know I didn't finish the other ones. I didn't finish them. But they're still here. They still have a space in my heart. But what I realized is I need a new junk journal. I mean, a new art journal. And that's what I'm gonna, as we talk and talk about how life just really is so rude, as my granddaughter would say. It's just rude, Granny. And I was like, it is. I'm gonna make another one, but I got a lot on my desk. So when we go over to desk time, we're going to chat about some things, and I think this is very fitting for the moment. And the title of this live is "Life Interrupted," right? Because life be lifing. Like Dawn said earlier, I think on one of the replays, life is lifing, and but the thing of it is we're going to give ourselves credit, because why? We're still showing up. But life interrupted doesn't mean that we have to stay stuck in the pain, or we have to stay stuck in all of the things. And right now in the world, social media, I have been only on YouTube. I post on Instagram and Facebook, and I'm off. I'm not getting stuck in the all of the things, because if you do, then you just end up like, I don't know. I don't even know a word to give it, but I'm in such a good place, and the place that I'm in is so good that I had to call my counselor, and I was like, is something wrong? Is there something wrong with me? Like, I'm not feeling all of this stuff that's going on. And I think that when you have been through enough bull, like I have, losing a child to murder and losing a daughter to suicide, the stuff that people are talking about, it just doesn't, it's not phasing me. Um, I'm grateful for life, health, and strength, and I'm happy to have the peace of God. I'm happy to have joy, and I'm just happy to be in a place to where it's really just not, I'm not worrying about it. That's really, I think that's really what I want. And so that's why I get on here and I have so much fun hanging out with you guys, because even when I'm feeling like a bucket of poop, all I know I need to do is come in the studio and sit down, slap some paint on some paper, listen, slap some paint on a plate, something simple, and work out my frustration. And I know that I'm going to be okay. Now, does that mean that other people are going to do the same thing? No. But what I am saying is, I think that people need to find something to help them navigate through whatever it is they're going through. That's all I'm saying. Okay. If you are on Team Replay, like Dawn just said, she's a replay queen. No, ma'am, because you're here right now, and I'm very appreciative. But if you are on replay, or if you're here live right now, if you would hit that thumbs up button, so that way the YouTube knows that somebody's watching me. I'm not just sitting here talking to myself, although y'all know I will sit here and talk to myself. But I do want people to find a place of peace, because life is going to keep life. And hence is, as I was going through some things in my journal last week, that's how this title came up, was, Life Interrupted. And it's also a program that I have in my business, is like before my son even died. I wrote a program that pretty much was helping people navigate through the BS of life, because it took me 3 years after my daughter's death, my granddaughter death, to really grab the rails and try to get up. And so life is going to keep lifing, right? And there's nothing really we can do about it. As much as people want to complain about all the things, let's not use the word complain. And as much as people want to talk about the things that are entangling up in their minds, at the end of the day, I ask myself, Karen, can you change any of that? And if the answer is no, then I don't spend too much time on it. Now, the question that I'm always asking after I say, can you change that? And then if the answer is yes, then what is the first thing that you're going to do to change it? How are you going to change it? And then the next one, sometimes I have to ask, do I need to? Because sometimes you have to go with life and just let life go through things. I'm going to tell you a story real quick. I remember my kiddos were, let's see, Nicole was, I want to say about 8, 9, maybe 9. Andrew, no, Andrew, anyway, all of my kids were still at home. That's my point. It was in like 98, 99, maybe before that, not somewhere in there. But there was a storm coming. I lived in Pensacola, and at the time, it was a big storm, big hurricane, and you get warnings now when hurricanes are coming, and kind of when tornadoes are coming, so you kind of get to pack your stuff and leave. And so normally I don't run, normally I don't leave. I'm just like, unless I have to be evacuated, I'm just going to stay, because that was just me. But this in particular time, people, and this was pre-social media, so people were just like, hey, you just need to get the kids and you just need to go, because it's going to be a pretty bad storm or whatever, and you don't want to be here with the kids. And because I was single. So I loaded the kids up in the van and we packed up and we were in Pensacola, Florida. And we came up here to Alabama, to Eufaula, Alabama, right? Because they wasn't getting this big storm talk that we were getting. So we got in the car, and it's only like 3.5 hours from Pensacola, where I live, to my uncle's house, is where I came. Okay. We got in the car, we came up, and we were all in the house, everybody's doing their thing. My uncle asked my daughter to bring him something. He was in the bathroom. I think it was some toilet paper. And so when she got up from the table, the other 3 girls got up from the table and followed her to go do this errand and drop this off and whatever. While the kids were away from the table in the kitchen, a tree fell on the house. Well, fell on the back side of the house where the kitchen was. So there's this big old tree that fell across where the kids were sitting on the table, at the table. If they'd have been sitting there, they would have been crushed by this tree. All 4 of them. Okay, so we go past that, and it's just like, oh my God, everybody good? We're all safe. And then I pack up my kids in a couple days, and I go back to Pensacola. I get back to Pensacola to my house. The garbage can wasn't even out of place. So I learned then, and I said then, I am not worrying. When the storm says it's coming, I'm going to hunker down, do what I have to do, but I'm not getting in a car, driving wherever 4 or 5 hours away, and then the worst happens there, and then I come back to the place where I left. So that's what I'm saying. Life is going to life. Life is going to do what it has to do. And unless there is something you absolutely can do to change your circumstances, then don't stress yourself out. That's really all I wanted to say about that, because my son dying, my son being killed and then dying, I mean, my son being shot and then dying, there was nothing I can do about it. But what I did do was I picked myself up off of the ground and I said, I need not be stuck in this pain. And so that's how I ended up where I am here, over here on YouTube on Mondays and Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, trying to encourage that person that comes through, and all the social media is just driving them batty. It's. So now I just want you to, hang out if you want to, but let's talk about it. Get your coffee, get your journal, get you somewhere nice to sit if you just want to watch, or even if you are a crafter, you're a creator, and you want to go along with some of the things when we go over here on Desk Time. And if they do encourage you, leave me a comment. If you're watching the replay, leave me a comment and let me know if anything that I say resonates with you. And the one thing that I wanted to talk about, I wanted to say about, the question that I wanted to ask at the beginning of the video is, what's one small way that you've chosen to move forward after life's interruption? So whether you've lost a loved one, lost a job, lost a house, had to file bankrupts, all those things are life interruptions. Share in the comments. I love to hear about it. So let's move on over here, because I'm only going to do so much FaceTime. And then we're going to go over here to the desk. So let's click on over here because we're ready now. All right. As I say, I have a lot going on the desk. I love hanging out in your studio with you. Dawn, listen, one day you're going to be able to join me in my studio, because we are going to have retreats here, and it's going to be open, and we're going to have like 4 or 5 people every quarter to come to the ranch, because I would love to, love to craft. And you like making cards. You know how to do the card things. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. And I told you, I think I told you I got the scavenger hunt. So I got that printed out. I'm excited about this. Barb, this might be something you might be interested in too. But it's a scavenger hunt challenge. And the deadline for completion is April the 1st. And I'm kind of like you, Dawn. I'm not in it for the winning of anything. I just think it's a good challenge to just challenge myself. Some of the things that, were on here. I thought it was really great. So I'm excited about that. Especially this view out a window. I already got that. All right. Yes, Barb, you are definitely going to come. So I'm excited about it. I was talking to my husband this morning about Breckenridge. So we're going to do something not so much, well, I'm not going to say not artsy, but it will be something, but it's going to be in Breckenridge, Colorado, where we're going to be and up in the mountains, and I want to keep it to where people can have their own room. But if someone wants to share, that'd be great too. But I have a 7 bedroom, I think it's 7 bedroom timeshare up there. They told me it's not a timeshare, but anytime I have to share it with somebody, that's timeshare. Uh, and so, but anyway, we've had it now for about 6, 7 years, and I just love it. I love it. So, but now I'm going to just have some people to go up and share it with me, because it's a great space, and the snow. That's where I like to see snow, not here on the ranch. Okay, so this right here, it turned out great. I remember I told y'all I was trying to measure out my spine. Well, I ended up doing my signature. My signature thing spine little too short, so I couldn't get my last signature in. And the last signature, guess what? It had the girl in blue in it. So I was like, oh, and then this is Talia's doll on here, and then my art was going to be the cover. Be going to be exciting too. So yeah, yes, fun to spark creativity and get yes. So as I'm talking about crafting, this is one of the ways that my life has been interrupted with death and divorce and um, can't say I got fired from a job. I quit a job, left a job, but those are the things that I'm talking about. Life happened, and I want to say, just because life has been interrupted, your journey, it doesn't mean that you have to settle for crying, screaming, or staying angry forever. I look at my life and say, after losing two children, excuse me, and a granddaughter, my dad, but more so my children, I couldn't keep screaming and I couldn't keep being angry like constantly. There needed to be a pause in it. Like, I still cry, I still scream, and I still get angry because, like, my son's death was just senseless. And so I go through all of those. So I'm not saying that you can't do any of those or you shouldn't. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. But today I want to share some practical ways to move forward, not by ignoring the pain, right? But just by finding strength beyond it. And that's what I've done. So over here on the channel, this is what I like to do, is be real, first of all, about my pain. And then secondly, take my pain and add it to my journey. And it deserves to be felt. So your pain, crying, screaming, feeling lost, or whatever it is, it's all okay. This was something that I did last night as I was on a live, and I was telling myself to think positive and be no think positive and be positive, right? Because instead of fighting my emotions, I created a space for them. So I was telling myself as I was creating to think positive and be positive. And then over here, after I got off the live, I had, y'all know these are my practice roses that I do. So I took them and just literally took a stencil and put on top of here, put some gesso, slap some paint on the paper, right? So instead of just really staying stuck in the feeling that I was feeling, I worked it out on the paper. You can see this darkness over here, which y'all know. When you see the darker colors, that means that, I was trying to, get out of my funk. And that's why I try to tell people to, do what you need to do. Don't stress because it doesn't mean that you are bad. So that's what I'm trying to convey when I say that. And it doesn't mean that. I know that I'm not a bad person, or I know that my faith is not less than in God because I felt like I needed to scream, kick, and be angry and all the things. As a matter of fact, I felt like I was closer to Him when I screamed and cried out to Him. Now, you can honor your feelings without letting them control your entire life. And that's what I've learned how to do. These girls right here, aren't they cute? And I pull these stencils out because this is what I use. Because I don't like doing the drawing. I will try, but I have to have something to kind of give me a outline. I'm not saying I won't, but these are from, who is that? Danielle Mack. Danielle Mack? Yep, Danielle Mack. And they're cute. Like they have the face on them, and it gives you a little bit of what do you call it? A template. And so that's what these did. When you look at, let's see, I don't even know which one she was for. Maybe that one. I think it was like that. So let's lay them there. Yeah, I think yep, that's how it was. And this was my flowers that I had a page full of flowers. Y'all know I take do I have flowers in here? Cause no. Hold on, let me get my flower book that I know I have plenty of flowers in. But it's junk journal making time because I've used up my junk journal. And not junk journal, art journal. This is my junk journal. So Dawn, this is the junk journal I'm going to use for the scavenger hunt. So it's going to be nice and cute, and it's going to be. That's why I didn't try to put this one in there because it could have went, but it would have been tight. And because I knew I was going to make it and use it for the scavenger hunt, I didn't want it. I wanted it to be loose So that way when I build these pages up, because it's already going to end up being chunky. So I'm excited for that. But this is all I did. Let's see. Uh, that won't work. I need a page that's got a lot on it. Um, let's do this one. Maybe. No, that one kind of won't work either. Let's see, what was that? I'm trying to leave my chat over to the left so I can see when y'all pop up. Okay, there we go. Are they stamps? Are these stamps? Yes, these are stamps. They're a cling, what do they call them? Cling mount stamps. Okay, so I did, let's see, let's take them and put them up here. So let's say because she has a half face, right? Then we could put her maybe right there. Because the hair is going, the flowers is her hair. I like that one. See how it pops out? And then she pops out, and that's her hair. Maybe. Then she, nope, because it wouldn't be a place. See, this one isn't good. They're too close. Nope, that one won't. Let's see. Nope. At least not for me. I'm not feeling it. Oh, this one might work. Put that right there. Oh yeah, that might work. Okay, and because when you go around, you still want to give her a little bit of face, and then this is gonna be like that can be her face, her hair, maybe right there. Then kind of put her. I don't know right there, but you get the gist of what I did. You get the gist. Cause sometimes I just slapped them down on this because this was full. The flowers, the way they were on there, I just slapped it down. Oh well, maybe. Hmm. Maybe I don't need all three of them. This one I wouldn't use anyway. I like that one. That page is pretty. So these are my, while I'm flipping through them, flowers. These are my nighttime practice flowers. Dawn, this is the one I did for the short. And that's what the the rest of the page look like. So yeah. Um, oh, I like that. Let's see. Hair. So the flower, maybe it needs to go, oh, there we go. Let's flip it around. Okay, that could be her hair. That could be hers, maybe. Maybe. We don't have to, but you get the concept. That's all I did was look, if I don't really think about it and just slap them down and stop thinking about it, they probably turn out to try to figure it out. But these girls turned out super darn cute. They turned out really cute. I'm loving on them. I am really, really, really loving on them. So, hold on. Let me make sure. I think I need to make sure my phone is on. Do not what? Disturb. Okay, there we go. So at the end of it all, it's just one of those things you just want to make sure that you have something that brings you joy. You know what I'm saying? You don't really want to worry about is it going to work? Is it not going to work? Will it work? Will it not work? Like at the end of the day, I just want to create something that makes me feel better, and that's what I do. So if like right now, let's say I was feeling a funky way. I would need to acknowledge the pain first of all, and then I would need to have a self conversation. Remember, I always tell me talk to myself and be like, okay, let's acknowledge this pain, and then but we're not going to let it define us. But we're going to acknowledge that we're feeling a way, and then we're going to say something. I'll probably say something like, well, why are you angry? What made you angry? Like again, I'm going to talk to me first and find out, girl, what's the problem? Like, what can we do about it? And I mean that's the way that I've handled my son's my son's death. And remember, if you've been watching the videos or whatever, you know that I really didn't start grieving my son until last year. He's been gone now 5 years, and I just started really, really acknowledging the anger Like I've been able to, I don't know, I guess you can say now that I don't have to go through all of the transcripts, trial talk, and all that stuff, I feel better. And I don't know, I guess I got to the place where I could just honor my feelings and honor his life and not really focus on his death. Aren't these pretty? So I had to share these because these are going to be in a project that's upcoming. But y'all know I love to decorate, right? And then the other thing is, I like to talk that I was having with a friend, and I was feeling a type of way because I wasn't responding to the conversation that was going on like I thought I should, you know? And for a moment, it made me feel bad because I wasn't being impacted. And so that's why I was like, no, you have to really think about the massive things that have already gone on in your life, right? I'm going to go and come back. It's choppy. Is it? Oh, let's see. Where are we with the country internet? Is it on me? And let me see if I can change to my good Dawn, because I just switched to my good internet. And hopefully Dawn, because I just switched to my good internet. And hopefully it's working. Good. Hopefully it is. Hopefully. Um, but this right here, these napkins, I can't wait to dive into them. Let me show you what I'm thinking about doing. I'm having a gallon time with my girls Friday. Again, things that bring me joy. So, but yeah, don't let me know if it's working for you, because I don't want it to be. I switched the internet, so hopefully I didn't even pay attention to which one it was on. But my country internet, if I could do this outside, it'd probably be great. But this right here is a heart that I got from the dollar store. If you go now while they're going, but I'm going to make a table, a little table, something that I was inspired by someone that I saw on YouTube. And I'm going to try it, and I'm going to teach the girls. It's good so far? Okay, great. And I'm going to teach the girls how to do it. So we're going to use this. We're going to decoupage some napkins on them, and then we're possibly going to scrape some. We got some rub-on transfers. All of this is from the dollar store. Um, even these napkins. Yes, these napkins were from the dollar store too. Not these. I got these from. It's better for me now too. Okay, great. I got these from Hobby Lobby. They had them 50% off, but they were pretty. You know, I like a good napkin. And this one and this one I got from the dollar store. So, and yeah, so we're gonna um, either or, whatever the girls get to, whatever they want to choose to do. They get to either scrape this on, and then we're going to pour resin over it, right, and make it into a little table. And I have these little things. Everything come from the dollar store. We're gonna make these are gonna be the legs. It's either going to be the top or possibly the bottom, and it sits like that. So I'm excited about that. So that's one of the projects that I have on deck, and this is how I don't let life continue to knock the hell out of me. Like I come back fighting. I come back fighting like a vengeance. If I feel some type of way, if I feel like I'm losing it, and I feel like life is just winning, I come in the studio, I take a deep breath, or I go for a walk and I scream, and that's what I do. And then at the end of it all, I'm trying to just decide what can I do to control. Now this is another thing that I was going to use. This is Dina Wakely, her little face. So I like to add the faces to my flowers, right? Yeah, you saw the little mushrooms. Aren't they the cutest? Got them from the dollar store. Yep. Um, but I'm going to incorporate a lot of these faces that I already have into artwork. And then I am going to kind of seal them with resin, because y'all know when life starts lifing, we want to find a way to not have to worry about it. Now this paper, I got this jumbo watercolor paper. This is what I make my um, art journals from. So I have the paper, and then I have, it's going to be this big. How big is this? I want to say it's a 9 by 9 by 12, because that's the paper I get. Yep, 9. And that's not right at, yeah, that's 9 by 12. It's 12 and a half. So yeah, it's 9 by 12. So my art journal would be, it's going to be made from this. And that's one of the one of the things that I'm creating in my studio. Literally, it helped me rebuild with purpose, not just with pain, right? So instead of letting the pain consume me, I used the field to create something meaningful. So let's say when this really gets created, it'll probably be lately. I have to say, since October, I really want to say, since I've been doing these YouTube conversations, crafting through YouTube, I have not had a day that has taken me out. And literally, I want to thank, Barb and Dawn, Bernadette, Crystal, Bridget, those that have been on here and really been on here and stay on here while we hang out for like sometimes 2 hours. I check back to one of the videos, it's like it's been a lot. And so I think because I literally am concentrating on the pain, I mean, not concentrating on the pain and letting the channel, literally the YouTube channel, help me channel my emotions into a positive outlet. Look at that. You like that? YouTube channel? That's a good thing right there, right? I like that. Let's say it again. I am letting my YouTube channel my emotions into a positive outlet. Good God Almighty, that's a good thing. So that was what I was saying. I had to pay attention and give myself credit because where people are now upset that they have to go back into the job, they have to go to work, whatever it is. Like I don't even know all the things. Like I just know it's a lot of stuff that I can't. Every time I cut on Instagram, there's a lot of stuff, and I was just like, oh Lord, I do not want any of that in my in my brain right now. Like when I can handle it, I will say I'm gonna try out some brushes. That's the other thing. I got me 2 new brushes, so we're gonna slap some paint on some paper. But that is another thing. If I can't handle it, I just cut it off. Like I don't want to. And again, I asked the question: is this anything I can change? And my answer comes back: no. Can I change about who's the president of the United States? No. Can I change about what he's doing? No. So am I going to concentrate on those things? No. Do I want to be informed about some of them? Yeah. I mean, some of them might be impactful or whatever, and I need to pivot or whatever. Or decide, again, ask myself the question, is there anything that I can do about this? And if the answer comes back and it's no, then I'm not going to stress over it. I am not stressing over it. I'm just not. I had to stress over what color casket I was supposed to what I was putting my son in. So I don't have time to, I just don't. I don't. And that's just me. And I counsel mothers who their questions are, how do you do it? What do I do today because I'm mad as hell? What do I do today because I can't get the thoughts out of my head of my child? Those are the conversations that are really helping me navigate through life. Some of the other stuff, it's just not. Do I have enough toilet paper in the house? Do I have enough water? Those are the things I'm concentrating on. Can I fix it? Yes, I can go to the store and buy some more water. Those are things that So, do I not care about what's going on in the world? That is not what I'm saying. I am just saying that I am being very intentional with my heart. I'm being very intentional with my mind and what I can and cannot control. That's all Karen is saying. So somewhere down the line, maybe in life, and somebody wants to, take my video and she says she didn't care. The devil is a liar. He is the one that he is the master of lies. So I did not say that. I'm just saying that I am not concentrating on things that I can't control. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Okay, now it's time for me for a commercial break. You know, because this is where I say if you're on team replay, right? And you're looking for a place to be real, you're looking for somewhere where you don't have to worry about what's going on and you want to be honest with yourself and you want to ask a question, this channel is that place. Okay. I want you to really, 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 really think about some things. But I'd love to hear from you if you're on Team Replay, because right now in the live, I'm getting everybody's comments, so I'm pleased and happy with that. But Team Replay, I'd love to hear from you. What's one small way that you've chosen to move forward after a life interruption? Maybe it be divorce, maybe it be, I don't know, marriage could have been an interruption, whatever it is. What is it, So if you're on Team Replay, drop it in the comments below and let's support each other on this journey. All right? All right, that was my little my little commercial, cuz I don't want to leave the replays. I don't want to leave Team Replays out. Oh my goodness, I left water. I mean paint. Well, let's dig into this. What is this? Do I want to do this? Nah, no, I don't like those colors. Oh, my watercolors that I've been using, they're in the room. Hey, Azuka's Kitchen. Listen, y'all, listen, today she cooked them beans. I was looking at that and I was like, oh goodness. I got the chicken for the other one from the other day, but she had me hungry and it was right when I was coming to do the live. So I was like, oh Lord, I gotta wait. So I just grabbed me a couple of pieces of chips and then I'm gonna go and make that chicken I can't remember the name of it, but yes. So that's another thing. Find healthy outlets for emotions, right? Keeping emotions bottled up inside of me, it didn't do nothing. It didn't do nothing but make me angry. All right, let's turn this to the side. We ain't slap no paint on the paper in a while. Not live anyway. But I want to see how these brushes are going to go because my tin brush is all used up. I guess. Well, no, it's not that it's used up. It doesn't flow like I want it to. It doesn't look this beautiful. You see how all them bristles go together? And I don't know why I just did green. I don't know. We gotta muddy up the water. So I got two brushes. Oh Lord, I didn't tell you what they were. Hobby Lobby has their Master's Touch on sale for 40% off. So this one is synthetic squirrel, and the other one is white takalon. And it doesn't say. I pulled them out the package. Not even. Oh wait, the white takalon is this one, duh, and then this one is synthetic squirrel. So we're gonna see how this works out. Okay, all right, let's see. So now, what is this color? I mix colors up so daggone much. I need to see what the color is. Well, let's do purple. Oh, that looks good already. Okay, so when life is slapped the hell out of you. That's what I'm saying. That's what we're talking about today. Your worst days don't have to define you. They can become the foundation of a new beginning. And that's pretty much what I've pretty much did. Slapping paint on paper got it happened because I needed to focus my thoughts on something else. Sitting on the Zooms when COVID was going on, and we were on Zooms with Confident Canvas, Barb and I, we were in there creating and painting, and it came to its own life. People were just like, Karen, what are you doing? And I was just like, hey, I'm just over here slapping paint on paper. And so that's how slapping paint on paper evolved. So now here we go. Slapping paint on paper, literally just slapping it down, not really worrying about where the water's going to go. Now, I am being a little bit more intentional about where the water is going because why? I'm trying to work these brushes and I want to see how good they are, but they're feeling good. It's just sliding across this paper like butter on a biscuit. Love it. Ooh, let me leave that alone. I need it to dry because I'm very good at overworking my flowers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, And so emotions, y'all know emotions are energy, right? So I am learning about chakras. And I didn't realize as much. Oh my goodness, I'm learning so much. So much so I took this plate and I wanted to, oh, these are the colors. And I was just like, that's like the color wheel, right? So, but learning about what energy, like y'all know how when you get with somebody and you walk in a room and you go in the room and you're feeling, oh, great and wonderful, or and then all of a sudden somebody comes over and they just start talking about whatever, and after then your energy is just like drained, and then you leave the room like, what the world just happened? Who sucked the energy out of me? Like literally, who sucked the life out of me? And so when you release them in a healthy way, you make space for healing. And that's what I've learned too, being in the studio and really concentrating, because as a counselor, I know all the things to do. I know all the right things to do. I know all the right things to say, but they wasn't serving me. And I needed to be real. I needed to say, God, I'm angry at you. I needed to be able to say that without somebody telling me that you don't question God. I mean, maybe you don't question God, but at this point in time, I'm standing by the foot of a casket, another casket. And so I was asking God, dude, what are you doing? Like, what do you want? What do we got going on? And so my point when I was saying earlier about this channel, it has channeled my emotions in a positive way to where I can just like, God, okay, I see you're still with me. And so I get it. So God wants me to let if you're going through something, if life is just life in and it just doesn't make you feel like you are a good Christian, I will say that, then don't worry about it. God has something. He's in it with you. He hasn't brought you to this place to leave you. And that is what I've been learning after walking away from the casket of my son. Now, does that make me feel great? No. But does it give me a little bit of space for healing? Yes. And can I see that it's okay to choose joy even in the smallest moments, even when I don't feel like I want to, even when I'm still upset that my son is here? I would rather have my son here than have this studio, right? But because it is what it is, we have to accept life the way it is. Definitely. You can't pour from an empty cup. So that thing you sent me, Dawn, that was just right on. And it's just like I love it that God continues to use me and my life, because I think if I was where I was, let's say 25 years ago, I don't think I would be speaking from the place of where I'm speaking from right now, right? Because why? I hadn't been through the testing and trials of God. I knew my grandma's God. I knew what they said. I knew that, God has brought them, as they say, a mighty long ways. I know that. But God needed me to believe in Him for Himself. And God also needed to know that even when I'm not giving you something, I'm taking something away from you, I still need to know, will you trust me? And so in all of the things and, losing two children, I still trust and believe in that God has not left me. And again, the place of literally being here on 10.5 acres, I can see the hand of God saying, yes, Karen, I did that. I took your children, but I'm still with you. And I still want you to have joy, and I still want you to show up in the world. And then, immediately after they had died, I'm just like, dude, I'm not doing nothing right now. I'm mad. I'm just going to sit over here and pout. And it was okay. And he just like, well, when you ready, I'll be right here. The assignment will still be the same, right? So it's just what it was. It was a reminder this morning. See you this afternoon. Yeah, love it. So find tiny moments of joy, like everything that's going on in the world today. That's why I'm saying find something to focus on. Like we can talk about all of what is going on. We can talk about it all all day, all night. But I'm just saying, find something that brings you joy that you don't have to really swallow your whole self. I think I'm going to do 5 because the pages just need one there and one there. So let's change colors and try this other brush because we are working on both brushes. But this one is smooth. I don't know if y'all can tell how that just glide across that page. And let's change it to red. Purple. Let's see. Maybe, no, a yellow rose. Let's do a yellow rose. But yeah, so, and then I have the dogs. You know, I have so much to be grateful and thankful for. So, in my tantrum, when I'm having my 2-year-old tantrum and I'm mad at God, you know, he's still there and he's just like, all right, you go and kick and scream. I'll still be here. You're entitled. Um, and the way I know that he's okay with what I've said and how I've said it, I wake up every morning with renewed strength. And then I'll make a video to encourage someone else, or I'll come on here Mondays and Wednesdays because we have a schedule now, Mondays and Wednesdays, to show up and encourage someone that even though life is life and right now and you feel like it's not going to stop or you feel like you're not going to survive, um, as somebody told me, it's like, I just don't think I'm going to survive the next 4 years. I said, you ain't even say this year, you said the next 4 years. Like, are we really like checking out? And like I told her, I was like, how about you take it 1 month at a time? Let's not worry about 4 years. Let's worry about 1 month at a time. It's January. Let's just get through January. God, this brush feels good too. Mm, mm, mm. I love a good brush, and then I definitely love a good handle. Like, I'm not here to and what do you call it? What do you call it? Hey girl, what are you doing? OMG. Look at y'all. Hey, y'all. Y'all that are here live. What is it? Sila Rocks. That's the owner of that's the what do you call it? The creator of the planner. So y'all get to see her. Y'all get to chat with her live. She's in here. Welcome to the channel, girl. Welcome to the channel. We just slapping some paint on some paper, talking about how life just really, it keeps on life and it does what it does. And I'm over here making sure that I remind everybody that God is still in charge. That's what I was telling my friend who was talking about. She don't think she could survive the next 4 years, and I just encouraged her. Let's take it month by month. Let's not even worry about tomorrow. I mean, worry about next year. Let's just, the next month. Let's concentrate on February. It's my birthday month. It's a love month. Ooh, that's pretty. These brushes are great. I love them. I love, 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 love. Y'all go over and follow her. What do we call it? Subscribe to her channel. I have to see where I am. Subscribe to her channel. And for I think I put the link. Put your link in the chat so I can highlight it. I think it's in my bio, in my, what do you call that thing? My profile. But usually I try to put it in the thing. So put it in the Alicia, put it in the chat, and then I'll highlight it on the screen. So that way the people on replay, because we love Team Replay. Team Replay works out for us too. Oh, listen, let me see if I can go back. See, I didn't even think about it. Listen, right there. Ooh, that would have been pretty. I could have put them up there. I could put them on there. We'll do it. We'll do it. So this is also an invitation, Team Replay, if you are like, I want to learn what you're doing. There's the link to my Patreon. You're more than welcome to join. I think I have linked in my bio also. I have an upcoming, what's that thing called? A free webinar coming up that we're going to be sharing. I'll be sharing a little bit more. Enable, yes, Barb. I'm not trying to enable nobody to go and buy these brushes, but I love a good brush, right? So let me rock this out to you real quick. Okay. I look at these brushes as my way of controlling something, right? I can't control what's going on in the world. I can't control what goes on outside of 497, which is, the beginning part of my address. I can only control me. I can't even control what happens with my husband and how he feels or whatever. I can't control it. So when I get a good brush and I get to slap this paint on this paper, I can control this. I can't control whether my husband come in the house with his shoes off, whether I be done just mop the floor. I leave the mop on the porch so he'll know that I just mopped the floor, and it still don't matter. So I can't control it. But my point is, don't stress out over the things you cannot control. And get me a good brush to slap this paint on this paper, baby, that's within my control. And so I concentrate on the things that I can control. I'm getting rid of, I'm working my life out of being such a control freak. Like, people are like, oh, you're such a control freak. It's just like, no, I just like things that I can control. And so the studio, I can control what goes on in here. My husband's not allowed in here. And if he comes down here, he has to be like, I need to go in your studio to get X, Y, and Z. And I'd be like, okay, it's right there. It's over there. Don't go no further. Don't move this. Don't move that. Why? Because I know what's going on in here. I know what everything is. And y'all know, because it got so daggone cold, them little critters from outside decided they want to try to come in here. And I told my husband, I was like, hey, we got a couple of, I don't know how many, but I feel like, the little what do you call them, mice, field mice. I saw some remnants, and I was like, yep. So you go on down there and put the trap down or whatever. So we got him, and but he had to get out of here. I ain't seen him, but my husband's like, well, I had to go in your studio, because again, if you're working on the simple things of life, what you can control is very important, and what you can't control is very important, right? And my grown children, I can't control them anymore, so I don't worry about it. I can only control right now this paint going on this thing. I can't even control who comes on my channel. All I can do is say, YouTube, push the video out and let people that need to know or need to hear my voice and be inspired, let them come through. And then I pray and ask God, whoever you woke me up for this morning, whoever needed to hear that even though their life is being interrupted by what is going on in the world, or they feel like they just can't make it another day, send this video their way. Let it end up on there for you, and let YouTube drop it in there, And I want to encourage them, because if they're on Team Replay right now, let me know if that's you. Because I feel like when I wake up and when I plan out my YouTube, I plan it out 2 weeks in advance. And sometimes, like today, life was life and it was busy. And then I'll just like, well, that worked out great. Look how God scheduled that. So I trust God in all things. That's just it. As for me and my house over here on this channel, I will say, I'm gonna give times when I tell you I'm mad at God today. I ain't praying and I ain't asking. That's when y'all pray for me, and just know that I'm having a bad day. It was you today, Dawn. The bless the Lord. Then I woke up just for you. And I'm here. I'm here to not to really expose a lot, but some days it's just I have to wake up and talk to y'all just to talk to me. Because sometimes I'm my worst. I'm my worst client. Be like, girl, I don't want to do none of that today. I don't want to do no painting. I don't want to do nothing. And then somebody will text me and be like, hey, I saw your live. I was on the replay and thank you for talking to me. And then I'll be like, all right, God, I hear you. Thank you. I got it. Look at that. That's pretty. I feel like I got to bring it together with some blue green. So let me get some blue green. That's my favorite, some blue green. It just makes it yummy, 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 yummy. So in the thing, I was going back to the chakras, learning about the chakras. I realized that my body was holding on to a lot of tension that was related to not only my son's death, but my daughter's death. Like I had to have a journal conversation with my journal And I had to ask myself some hard questions because, for those that know, my daughter committed suicide. So as a mother, I was angry, so I had to like ask myself, are you still mad at her? Like, do you really forgive her? And then the more I was journaling, the more I started releasing the things, and the conversation was getting good. And then I realized that after I talked to the young lady who was teaching the class, she's like, yeah, you let go of that place that was locked. And I was like, girl. So now in my journal, I'm giving prompts so after the live, that's why I started the live off with the question, because I want you to think about, as you're hearing me talk about my journey and how I really don't let my life stay interrupted. Like, I don't mean to stay stuck in the pain. And then I show you how, after getting through the loss, getting through heartbreak or the unexpected change, whatever that is for you, for one, to tell you're not alone, and for two, to give you a prompt to journal about, right? Because what is, I think the question, let's see, how did I pose it? Is like, what's one small way that you've chosen to move forward after life has interrupted you, right? So that's the question I asked at the beginning of the live, because I want, through all that I have talked about, I want you to think about for your own self. Because for me, it was more than just, the death of my children. I got a divorce. And I had not one, not two, not three, not four, not five. I had 7 children. So that was like, not that it was something that happened, it was something that I wanted to happen. So then I had to deal with, what does that look like? But my life was interrupted because I did it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean when I say, what was one way that you chose to move forward? And you go back, and when you think about the small things, that's when you tend to realize you did a thing without even realizing you did a thing. Like, I'm in a marriage now. I've been married almost 20 years now. And I wouldn't have thought I would ever, for number one, get remarried, because I just was in such a funk after my marriage, and I didn't feel like I was like wanting to be married again, right? Um, Getting and staying creative, one for me. It's so therapeutic. Yeah, yeah. So getting creative, getting creative. That's why another thing I like that scavenger hunt. I really do like that, because when you think of it, let's go over here. Let's look at it. So I'm possibly doing something now. But the scavenger hunt that I'm talking about, it's like on here, there are 100 things on here that you have to do. It said there is only one rule: have fun. Use your imagination to complete each prompt listed. The more imaginative, the better. Items can be interpreted in any way you wish. That's what I think is going to be amazing about it. Um, and I don't have Dawn, if you can put in the chat the person who is doing the scavenger hunt. I was looking for it on here, and it's not. So if y'all want to do this, because maybe y'all stuck in creation or need something maybe to get you out of the rut, whatever it is, that's the purpose of me coming over here sharing my story, my life. I don't want to ignore my pain, but I do want to find strength moving forward, right? There is, what is it? There is joy after the pain. Yeah, there is. And I'm telling you from a place of not, if standing by when my daughter and my granddaughter died, it was I didn't think I would be able to leave the cemetery. So when I talk to you from a place, I'm telling you, God was with you. So for somebody who might be like my friend and say, I don't know how I'm going to make it through 4 years, don't worry about 4 years. Worry about just month to month. And remember, your help comes from God. God is the one that's in charge and over all things. And if you happen to be scrolling through my channel and you like, that's a bunch of crap, I don't believe in all of that, that's fine too. I feel like you have to believe in something in order to say you don't believe. But it's not for, Karen is not for everybody. But Karen is going to make sure, and I'm talking about myself in the third person because I want you to know that I can only speak for my place of pain and walking away from one, two, three caskets within the last 17 years. Um, had a call come. Oh, no worries, no worries, no worries. Like, look, I'm just happy you're here. Okay, so I got a lot of water right there. Let's get that up. Oh, let's put some more paint back over that. That doesn't look good. Well, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it change. So yeah, encourage. So when people are talking about all the things that's going on, encourage them with an encouraging story from your life. Like, give them your testimony. Tell them what God has brought you through. And then maybe, maybe that'll give them a little glimmer of hope that, okay, life isn't that bad. Like some days when we're in the thick of it, yeah, it seems like life is just gonna knock us out. But I can truthfully tell you that you'll be okay. You got this. I believe in you. I believe in you. Where are we on time? Because I just been sitting up here going on and on and on. Oh, okay. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. I didn't want to be sitting up here too long. But okay, that's perfect timing. I had to go over there. Okay, so Team Replay, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification for all. Set your schedule for Mondays and Wednesdays because we are here Mondays and Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I will usually try to have a little of what the conversation is kind of going to center around. But sometimes when we get on here, if I have people that's on live and they really want to ask a question on live, or even if you're in the replay and you have a question, um, you know, like Karen, how do you do it? Like I think I had last week, I think it was last week, the young lady asked me, how did I get through the trial of my son's murderers? You know, so whatever, I'm here. I'm an open book. Literally, I've written 2 books, so I don't have very much that I won't talk about. And even as far as I told my husband, I was like, marriage is a ministry, right? He's like, yeah, some things, if it gets to our marriage, just be a little private about some things. I was like, okay, I won't talk about the bedroom. Everything else is wide open. He's like, everything? I was like, you don't know. You got people that's married. You got people that's trying to figure out maybe how to get through the loss of a loved one. I mean, you may have a husband needing to hear how you're getting through the loss of a child. So, I think it's open. And if the question comes up, I'll tell the person maybe let me text my husband or let me ask him. But from his vantage point, how it is for a man, it's different from for me. This is the way I'm grieving. I'm sharing my journey. I'm helping people to navigate how to get through their journey, and it helps me. And it was what God told me I needed to do, was share my story. And I was like, Lord have mercy, look at them flowers. Too much water got right there, and it's not doing what I want to do, so we're gonna let that dry a little more. A little more. Like my grandma just lost her sister last Monday, and her funeral is Saturday. And um, again, my grandma, they don't talk about death the way I do. Um, so I told her, I was like, I'm sorry for your loss. And she's like, well, it's your loss too. I was like, no, but it's more your loss. She's your sister. So, okay. I like that. Oh, that is so yummy. Them yellow roses. So my point for slapping paint on paper today was to let you see how beautiful these brushes are. So real quick, I'm gonna go back over what my points was for today. And I'm gonna have to clean that brush. See how that yellow is there? That's gonna bother me. That's why I don't do white brushes. As I'm still dropping, ugh, that's where it came from. Ugh. Okay, let's move that. Okay. All right. All right. So, real quick, let's change over here. Hello. We're back. We're back. All right. And okay, so I want to go over real quick where the brushes from. These brushes I got from Hobby Lobby. Believe it or not, they're Master Touch. You know, Master Touch Fine Art Studio is Hobby Lobby's brand. And right now, of course, this week Hobby Lobby has 40% off of these. So they were only like $6, and then you got 40% off of those. So, and it's a watercolor. They're good for watercolor slash acrylic, and both of them are size 12. I like when Dawn say, "There she is." I love that. That is just so. That is just so. Um, Alicia, could you put your link in the chat? I can pull it up, but if you can put it in the chat, then I can highlight it if you're still here. Because I like to leave it on put it on the screen so that way people can get it. Because other than that, I link it in the description box below. And I'm sorry, y'all, I got to take you. No, I don't have to take you back on the desk. I was going to say, yeah, I do have to take you back on the desk. Hold on. They look different. Yeah, they do. And that's where they are newer ones. Here, let me go back. Sorry. All right. So these look like, this is the one I did have. Now, this is the one I was used to. But these right here, the handle has a different feel. You can even look at them and tell. This is a like woody one, but this one has a little soft. It's not hard to the hand. I think that's what I'm trying to say. So they're good. But you know, Emma LaFave brushes I've used the heck out of them, and so my round brush is just it's not. When brushes start getting to where, let's see if you can see. See how that the bristles are starting not to be straight up. I don't want them no more. Well, I'll use them in mixed media, but I don't want them anymore. Okay, for those that are, if you're on the replay or you're trying to figure out what I was talking about, the creator of this book was in the live today, and it's Brower Street, and this is my planner slash my journal slash my prayer slash my business. This is everything for me this year, and so we're getting ready for because February is finna come in. So this is how I do my scripture out, and then during the week I go in and put anything that I have on there. So the boxes are just big enough for me, and I'm okay with that. And then you got like this is this week, so I don't write my block boxes until I do my scripture. So it's all in here. And then sometimes, like this was the question that I had, the question that I asked you guys that I wanted to know what was one small thing that you've chosen to move forward after life interruption. That was the question that I did put in here for today. Because back here, somewhere I had wrote something. How has Jesus provided for? So it was somewhere back here I had read and something I had wrote. So yeah, I get to create in it. I get to do whatever I want with it. So if you are on Team Replay, the link will be in the description box below and my code Joy217 so you can order your own. And it's a year. Oh, and also in the back, it has you can take it to church and do your sermon notes. And then it has other paper, just regular note paper. So it's plenty in here. And remember I told you guys that if you wanted paper up front, you can always do a tip in. Because we like tip-ins. This Friday, as a matter of fact, I won't be doing it this Friday because I'll be doing my Galentine's thing. But I was going to say I was going to be doing what do you call that thing? Oh, the Bible. I was going to be doing the Bible, but it'll be next Friday, I think. Okay, here we go. Let's go back. Do. All right. Dawn said, what's the difference between the white bristle one and the other one? Okay, so the only difference is, what did I do with the paper? The white bristle one is Taclon, whatever that is. I'd have to Google that and see what it is. But same thing. It's a round brush, broad line, stroke work. You can even use it in calligraphy because of the tip. The tip is so fine. Like it is real fine. Yep, see how fine that is? But that's what it is. And so Taklon, Taklon. And the other one is synthetic squirrel. Now this one is really, really, really smooth. So that's the difference in the two of them. Um, and like I said, I'm gonna give it from using. I usually get my brushes from Craftimo because I've been all my brushes in the last couple of years have been uh, Emma LaFave, and so Emma LaFave's what do you call it? She's all about the bristle. She's all about the bristle. And so that's what I like because when you're going around doing the roses and doing the things, it's important to not have a loose, have your things loose because then it'll make your, possibly put your paint somewhere you don't want it. So that's why after I saw those. So I like these. And I like this one. This one I can't remember, but this one the body of the brush is so thick, and this one is, they look like they're the same, but this one's just a little bit fatter than this one. And again, this one is real soft and smooth. So that's it for brushes for me. But you know me, I like to have anything that's going to make my life easier. Yeah, I love the point. Like, so I'm going to get off of here. When I get off here, I'm going to do some more painting, some more yellow ones because these yellow ones, they are yummy. This right here, guys, is how I get a hold of life when it kicks in the door and does not send me an invitation saying it's coming. And when it does come, this is what I do. I slap paint on paper because it makes me feel better. I rip up napkins because it makes me feel better. I make junk journals because it makes me feel better. Then I cut up paper because it makes me feel better. And before y'all know it, I'm over here basking in just pure joy. Even though I've lost two children, I still find joy on the journey. And when heartbreak comes, you're not alone, right? I find strength beyond it because why? God wakes me up every morning. And being that He wakes me up every morning, that means that He wants me to share with someone how I, number one, acknowledge the pain that I'm going through, but I don't let it define me. He wants me to tell you to focus on the small wins. Don't let them lead you down the rabbit hole of you're not good enough, you're not worthy, or you're not doing this, you're just a failure. Don't do it. Focus on the small wins because they lead to the big healing, right? And then rebuild with purpose, not just pain. This whole channel, this whole channel has centered around my healing. And it helps me to really, really, really find joy. So think about the ways that I've set this channel, that I channel my emotions through this channel so that I can heal through my creativity, right? So my worst days don't define who I am. Like when I have a bad day, it doesn't define me, right? And then I find healthy outlets for the emotions. When I'm not in the studio, I'm outside on the tractor, I'm outside playing with the dogs, I'm doing something, I'm taking a walk. I don't keep my emotions bottled up inside of me, right? Because if I do, they'll eventually spill out in ways that I don't want. I'll be frustrated. I'll be fussing at my husband or fussing at the dogs, or I go on a rant on YouTube, or I go on a rant on Facebook. I don't know. So I find a healthy way to release them so that I can make a difference. I want to encourage people, right? Some people express their emotions through movement like dancing and yoga or riding bikes or something like that. So mine just happened to be I like picking up a paintbrush and painting. So, and remember, emotions are energy. And I choose to choose joy even in the smallest moments, right? One of the hardest lessons I've learned is that joy and grief can exist at the same time. At the same time. So choosing joy doesn't mean that I'm forgetting about my children. Smiling, hanging out, having fun with you guys, creating doesn't mean that I'm forgetting about the people that I've lost. It just means that I'm allowing myself to live. That's it. You know? So I know that moving forward, if you're a mother on here and you've lost a child, I know that moving forward after life have knocked the hell out of you and you're walking away from the casket, I know it's not easy. And I know you're trying to look at me and probably say, well, you may be doing something different. No, I kicked and screamed, and I still kick and scream. I still fuss and cuss about the pain. But you don't have to stay stuck there. Take it one day at a time. Take it 1 minute at a time. Hell, take it 1 second at a time. But just take one step forward, because at the end of the day, you're stronger than you think you are. If you woke up this morning, give yourself a pat on the back that you're here and you're still surviving. And that's what I do. Now, our journal prompt at the end of the live is, what about a time when you let life happen? Life happened. And let me see, how do I want to put it? Life wasn't planned. So something in your life happened. It wasn't planned. How did you feel about that moment? And what did you do? And we're talking about bad stuff that has happened. We're talking about maybe losing a job. We're talking about something real drastic, and whatever it is. Heck, if it was getting the lights cut off and you didn't know how you was going to get them cut back on, something as simple as that. What did you do? How did it make you feel? And what did you do to get up and move past that? That's all I'm talking about today, is take those small moments and ask yourself, what will it take for me to reclaim my joy so that I can move forward, so that I can one day sit and not be crying? That's what I want you to do. That's the only reason I show up over here on this channel. That's it. Because I could not be doing it. I could still be in my studio creating joy for myself, but why not share, right? So that's it. That's all. That's all I got for you today. Like, and it might be something simple to me, but it means a lot, because every day I get on here and I show up for you guys, it means that there's someone that God wants to hear this. And there's someone that needs to know that just because God allowed a thing to happen in your life does not mean that he does not still love you. It does not mean that he is not with you, right? You put it in the chat, scroll up. Okay, let me scroll up. Do, 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 do. Yeah, because I wasn't looking. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Oh, y'all put a lot. Man, I need to go back and read. Oh. And my chat is a little, it could be, I'm not seeing it. It's okay. It's okay. If you're on Team Replay, the description to the, yeah, I'm not seeing it. Do, 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 do. And for everybody that's joined me today, I really do appreciate it. Y'all know I'm grateful that y'all are here. Let me go. I need to put it in there because I want it to be on the screen. And that's what I normally do. See, all I got to do is type the BR and it comes up. Boom, boom, there it is. Boom, boom. And just like that, there we go. And boom. See? And thanks to y'all over here on this YouTube channel, I learned how to do all the things that I just did. We're going to make it big. So if you're on Team Replay, click on that. If you want to order the planner that I showed you, you click on that and enter the code JOY217 so that you will save. You'll get a savings for using my code. And then join me as I plan, create, and do all things in my journal. In my journal/planner. What does this say? One breath at a time, 1 minute at a time. Yep. And that's what we need to do. So I digressed a little. I squirreled a little. So let me get back. So again, yeah, I was saying thank you. So thank you guys so much for watching live. And if you found this helpful or inspiring, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. For those people on Team Replay, right? Subscribe, hit that notification bell so that when I do go live, you'll be notified. And let's keep this conversation going. One page at a time, one day at a time. I want you to put in the comment, what is it that you're doing for yourself, for number one, to get through your journey of when life has slapped the hell out of you, when life just lifed away or whatever. Like, do you try journaling? What do you do? What do you do to get unstuck when the pain comes in your life? That's it. All right, guys. Once again, we made it. We got a whole nother week up under our belt. I'm so proud of us. Look, I am so proud of us. Thank you guys for showing up. I'm going to go and get the puppies out, take them out to go potty. Then I'm going to cook dinner because Azuka's kitchen has me hungry. If y'all could hear my stomach right now, it is growling. So again, thank you guys for joining me. And remember, do one thing every day to take care of you. Because if you're not taking care of you, then you're trying to serve from a place that is half empty, half full, and that doesn't work. So I want you to do something to take care of you first every single day. You know why? Because you can't pour from an empty cup. I don't have no empty cups on my desk right now because they're all full of something, which means I'm doing a great job of taking care of me. See you later, guys. And again, thank you for showing up. Bye.